Yo, Sanjay Uchiha here, people. And yes, I'm still alive. I kind of apologize that I've been pretty absent since the year started. I've been crazy busy with I guess a teaspoon of laziness. So I'm sorry. But yeah, I've been just crazy busy with work and all that jazz and blues. But I guess you could say I'm back. I'm back now. And I hope everybody's been having a great year so far. Happy New Year if you haven't heard it from me yet. But yeah, to start off the year from me, I think it kind of sucks because I'm basically playing catch up now. So for this first one, I'm definitely doing a joint review. Well, in the sense that I'm reviewing. Well, the title is there, obviously. So, Naruto Shippuden episodes 488 and 489. Let's see if I can, like, breeze through this. So, episode 488, the last episode of the Sasuke novel, well, yeah, his novel adaptation in the anime. And I think, giving my final thoughts on not only that episode, but the arc as well, is that it was a great episode. Um, from a character based standpoint, um, we get to see the resolution of the conflict between Sasuke and Chino and Fushin, in which Chino's plot is basically explained in the sense that she basically wanted to get revenge not only on Sasuke but the Uchiha, the Leaf Village as well. Sorry, yeah, for basically aiding in the exile of her clan back in the day. And the entire setup is that her meeting Sasuke in the village a few episodes back, that village on the outskirts, well, yeah, where they initially met was total coincidence because they were planning to attack the Leaf and Sasuke there, but they had a change of plans and started to travel with Sasuke and try to kill him through various means on their travels. So we get to see Sasuke. We get a nicely animated fighting scene, and of course, as I'm watching this, obviously Sasuke isn't gonna lose because the thing is with these episodes, it's at a point in time where Naruto and Sasuke, there is like no one that can beat them. I mean, they may encounter people with strange abilities that might give them a bit of a warm time initially, but the end result will always be the same. Like personally, there's no one there at this point in time that can challenge these two. So when I go into an episode like this, I'm not really looking for I, I'm looking for great fight scenes, but more so, I'm looking for great things from a character development standpoint, really and truly. So, and I think that's what a lot of people need to understand about these episodes, which are based on the novels as well. Um, so yeah, so we get to see Sasuke basically corner her, and what I loved about this last episode of the Sasuke arc, it really ties Sasuke's. I mean, I've been saying all all my reviews for this arc is that Sasuke's growth and development as a character, it's very interesting to say the least, and I think it's what makes him one of the best characters in this series. I know probably the anti-Sasuke fans will say, "Oh, Sasuke fanboy," but it's not really a fanboy thing, really and truly. It's just that Sasuke, if you really put together his journey from beginning to end, and you're seeing him in these situations now, it's interesting. What this episode does is it's kind of like a throwback to some of the conversations Naruto and Sasuke had in their first fight in the Valley of the End. Well, technically their second fight, because they fought on the roof before, but whatever. Yeah, in terms of basically Naruto being alone from the start, the argument of Naruto being alone from the start versus you having, well, let's put it in more general terms, like someone having something, nothing from the start, and versus someone who has something from the start and the pain of losing it. So essentially, this definitely this argument from Chino that she envies Sasuke, and in the sense that he had something, a family, people to love him, versus she who was alone from the start. It definitely calls back to Sasuke's memories of his times with Naruto and the arguments they had in that fight. So I found that it was a nice little touch, and Sasuke's ability to not only, I guess, speak out and really convince Chino that there's, I guess, more to life now than revenge, because for him, he has a friend who saved him in being Naruto and all that jazz and blues. But yeah, there's that. And the fact that Sasuke can be so, I guess, at this point, so mature, and as in, it's just funny to see. It's funny and interesting. Um, so we proceed, and Sasuke corners her with a Sharingan after that. And in terms of figuring out, he figures out how the exploding humans are made. Um, it's really after this that we see Fushin return, and it's during this time that Sasuke is explaining that he wants to, like, Chino wants to know why he continues to fight for the leaf, and it's that it's because of his bond with Naruto, and he's able to share his pain and with him, and Naruto with him, and it's that it's their hope that they want to create a world where this can be replicated with everyone. So at first, Chino was saying it's only wishful thinking, but Sasuke said that's why they want to really make it real. And it's really after this that when Fushin is there and Sasuke kind of tries to compare his situation with hers, that Fushin would be her Naruto in a sense, the person she can share pain with. It really clicks to her, and it was just a fine, nice touch. So after this, we get to see Sasuke. Well, Sasuke himself didn't carry them in, but Sasuke, I guess, dropped them off and they handed themselves in. Um, of course, we see more development from the Shinobi Alliance side in that they don't necessarily, they were in jail for a bit, but it's not like a long period of time, because at the end, the Shinobi Alliance is heading. They're striving for peace. So the problems that Shino and the gang had with the Mist Village, it's been rectified. Mizukage came in, they're taking them in, and they'll be helping the Mist Village. So that was a nice touch. And just seeing how the characters reacted to the news of Sasuke's, I guess, adventure, it was just kind of a bit heartwarming to see for a Sasuke fan. And then after this, we get to see Sasuke freeing all the shinobi in the Coliseum. That was the next thing. Him interacting with Raikage, another plus. It's just a lot of throwbacks, a lot of, you know, it's kind of like life. Like, you look back at certain things and then you reach a certain point in life and you're saying, wow, things have really changed, you know? And then I think this is another reason why Naruto is so big international. It just resonates with people. And I guess it just has a lot of real life lessons, I guess. But yeah, all in all, and to tie things up for Sasuke in this arc is that at the end we see Naruto send him a letter to say, like, congrats, I heard about what happened, and rah rah rah, and you're just like the Leaf Police Force. And we get a flashback to when Sasuke was, he was in the village still as a kid with Itachi, and we get a throwback to that conversation he had, in that he probably may join the police force. So it's kind of cool. Sasuke has really grown as a character. He's matured. All the characters have matured, really and truly. And all in all, I think it was a great arc. Oh yeah, a great adaptation. I haven't read the novel, so I don't know how well it was translated from the novel to the anime material. But despite not knowing that, I think it went well. A great arc for Sasuke, character based, of course. The only nitpick I had was, the power scaling again. When Sasuke was fighting Fushin, I still didn't think he had to use his perfect Susanoo. But apart from that, it's a great arc. I recommend it for any Sasuke fan. Alright, so that was a great episode. Um, Episode 489, it really centers around. This is the start of Shikamaru's arc. Just like Sasuke, it's an adaptation of Shikamaru's novel. So I'm expecting it to be, probably around the same length, or probably a bit shorter, who knows. But it really kind of centers around, based on the information from the novel, the fact that in the land of silence, I believe, if I didn't get that wrong, sorry. But in the land of silence, there's this shinobi who's been, you know, apparently he's, I wouldn't say kidnapped, but all the missing shinobi, missing and rogue shinobi from the war or after the war, they've gone missing and they've ended up in the land of silence. And it's because of this, I forgot his name, but this shinobi who's basically been convincing everybody to kind of just come into the land of silence. I don't know what his plan is, but we'll find out as that goes along. But really and truly, this episode kind of has a it has a vibe, especially since it's Shikamaru. We basically see what Shikamaru does these days in the sense that he's the Hokage's assistant. We see him playing shogi with his Tsuchikage. Um, we basically see like Shikamaru just trying to fit into adult life, and the real theme of the episode is what does it really mean to be an adult? You know, it's kind of like it's the episode really tries to strike that, I guess, message across, but it does it in a subtle but effective way because we see Shikamaru work. We see just like in real life, you know, he one time when you were younger, you know, you probably you're probably around your friends a lot, but as you grow into being an adult and start working, you have to start probably planning days to meet up with friends. So it's like things change like drastically where that's concerned. And again, the episode really, just like as I was saying with the Sasuke arc, it really drives this message across that can resonate with people in the real world, we as viewers really. And I think if that didn't happen, Naruto probably wouldn't be as popular, obviously. But it really drives that message across. So we see Shikamaru, you know, going about his business, supporting the Shinobi Alliance, because all the Kage assistants they basically meet up for meetings once a month, based on what I'm seeing from this, and it's there that we see Shikamaru interacting with Tamari, his future wife, if you didn't know, sorry. um, and we can see that he's covering up something, which is the situation with the Land of Silence, which the Leaf is apparently investigating independently from the Alliance. So, um, we get to the point where we see Shikamaru is basically offering to investigate what's really going on because Sai has basically been out for 2 weeks and he seems to have switched sides from the Leaf to the antagonist of this Shikamaru centric arc. um, it it's a really a good first episode. Like it's a start. It's building, as in just I must know, yeah, the animation and the fact that they're even using the movie designs for the characters. It's a plus. It really makes the characters look mature, like really mature. Like I mean, it's only been 2 years since the war, really and truly, but still, it really adds a nice flair to, I guess, my viewing experience. And of course, it just feels like it adds the feeling like you've grown as the characters have been growing. You've been growing with the show, so that's an extra thing. But all in all, at the end, we get to see Naruto and Shikamaru interact. That's another plus to the episode. It really, the message there from their conversation was that Shikamaru was basically saying that Naruto shouldn't relax. He should. This is like an important point in his life that he should be doing all he can, work wise, mission wise, to really achieve his goals down the line. And of course, it's another message that can really resonate with the viewers. Essentially, it's it's a slow episode, but slow in a good way. So I can't bash it. It's entertaining to watch. These novel-based adaptations, like even before these anime adaptations of the novels came out, like the concept of the novels have always intrigued me. Because they're at a point in time we know, as I said, Naruto and Sasuke can't be beaten by anyone essentially. But it gives room for a more character-centric storytelling, and that to me is a plus, especially in a when it's. I mean, the filler's there, but meh. But essentially in an environment where it's basically the Naruto and Sasuke show, it really adds to the quality. That's why I know probably animation is, it's hectic in terms of development, but that's why I feel like a lot of the fillers in the this latter half of the work could have been cut out. They could have just hurt, just you know, how should I put it? A lot of the fillers could have been cut out, really, and these novel-based adaptations, you know, could have taken the place of the fillers. But it is what it is. I guess the time that was taken to do the fillers, uh, the quality of these episodes were being worked on. So I guess it's a 50-50 thing. But all in all, episodes 488 and 89, solid additions to this post-war content, yeah. Yeah. Um, animation, animation and art quality has been pretty consistent, and I must give it to Studio Period for that. I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of the Shikamaru arc. So, if you haven't checked it out, I definitely recommend these episodes. Tell me what you think about this review as well. Um, I'll be doing some more videos today, so look out for them. Sorry, because I got a lot catching up to do. Obviously, I'm late to the party, people. But all in all, I hope you guys have had a great Christmas. I hope the year's been going great so far. Sanjay Uchiha, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm black.